Hi. So I like analogies because they're made up of words and I like words. In the same way that cakes are made up of layers of cake and icing. It's a good one. Anyway, so I wrote down some of my favorite analogies. I've got some here from Douglas Adams. He says, the ships hung in the sky in much the same way that bricks don't. Which I remember reading for the first time in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And it was amazing. Don't forget, just keep swimming. He leant tensely against the wall and frowned like a man trying to unbend a corkscrew by telekinesis. I remember also reading that for the first time, and I had to look up what the word telekinesis was in a dictionary, because that's how old I am. The knack of flying is learning how to throw yourself at the ground and miss. Which I thought was also very funny. I don't remember reading that for the first time, because it was quite a long time ago and I'm very old. Terry Pratchett also is fantastic. I've only ever read one of his books called Mort. I really need to read all 70,000 of his other books. I don't know how many he had, but quite a few. It's turtles all the way down. He stirred the soup with all the delicacy of a bulldozer rearranging a flower bed. Reminds me of myself. My life. She wielded a bread knife with all the delicacy of a crazed butcher hacking away at a mattress. That's not quite right. I think I googled that, but I don't think that's quite right. I think it was she attacked the toast in much the same way as a madman with a chainsaw attacks a mattress or something like that. But the mattress toast analogy was there. Was very cool. I don't actually know the difference between simile and analogy. Analogy has nothing to do with the study of bottoms. Who knew? I wrote some analogies down that I thought was funny. I wrote this one a long time ago. I was driving down the highway like a screaming goat on a slippery dip. I think in America, look at my nose. It went white there for a bit. Simon, don't be ridiculous, you are white. I was driving down the highway like a screaming goat on a slippery dip. But in America, I think they're called slides. So slippery dip is funny. But slides, we kind of call them... My alarm just went off to remind me to go and see the psychologist, not the psychiatrists, just the psychologists. Psychiatrists are scary because they wield pens. Psychologists are hopefully helpful. We'll see. I'll give you an update. The irony of feeling nervous about going to the psychologist in 20 minutes. It's worrying you won't get to sleep in time for your alarm clock to go off. That's how I feel. But the slippery dip thing, a slide in Australia can be like a photograph slide or like a slide in that thing you use at work a lot, PowerPoint, like a PowerPoint slide, like a goat on a slide, or like a microscope slide, where you look at the microscope, tiny. It'd have to be a very small goat, and the screaming probably wouldn't very loud, be very beautiful. Not nervous at all, you shush. Give like a baby. Sorry, start that sentence again. Like a baby discovering its hands for the first time, Bobby picked up the axe. I thought that was funny. I don't know what it means. I'm sure it means something. Maybe I should tell my psychologist. Whoa! Give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day. Convince a man a fish and he'll probably get kicked out of the aquarium. I thought that was funny. Here's a fish. And remember, just keep swimming. Don't stop swimming. Just like a shark, you can't stop swimming, otherwise you drown, because then the water does. Although some sharks, I remember learning that they move their mouthy bits and then that pushes the water through their gills and stuff, a bit like us breathing. Keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. That's always important. Ouch. Sorry, I have a sore leg there just in a minute. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. After all, oh, that's enough. I still have a slinky. This is how you don't draw a seagull. First up, what you don't do is draw this. Look at that seagull. Is this draw a seagull how you feel day? I think so. I think I feel a little bit more like pretty, glorious. This maybe how I feel is a little bit more hair. Maybe some bow ties because I'm feeling a bit fancy. There we go. Lovely. Shorts? Are they shorts? Did I just draw a box around the hips of this bird? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it Superman? I don't know, but I've got to go. Thank you so much for breathing. And remember, just if you don't have a handle on things, just get one of these. Then you can make some beautiful sounds. Be kind, be curious, and stay awesome. So noisy.